Times now, I'd like to give the microphone to Miss Annalyn Husay of Manila Bulletin.
Hello, good afternoon. Nice to meet you, Ninya. Okay, tanong ko lang yung tungkol sa kapartner mo, si Mix Bustos. How did your partnership come about, and then how's your working relationship with him? How would you describe Mix as your co-host? Thank you.
Yes. Well, Mix is so much fun. He also has the heart of a journalist. I'm much older than him. I don't know, maybe 10 years. So sabi ko, I would joke na you can call me ate on the show. But essentially, pareho rin yung parang path that we're taking. So we really relate to each other. We do reporting, we tell stories. We're very passionate about the same things, especially sa kanya, sports, health, ako health din, parenting. So minsan, pag nag-a-ask kami ng questions sa aming resource person, for example, sabay kami ng tinanong ng eksakto, pati eksaktong word. Tapos titingin ako, ay, para pareho kami pala nang iniisip. So, we connected right away. I didn't know, I just, found myself, sabi nila, oh, he's going to be your co-host. And actually, I have not met Mix. I know him, but we have not really been introduced personally, even before that. So actually, nung na-meet ko siya, bago, parang new acquaintance, di ba? But he's such an easy guy to be with, and I would like to think I'm also easy. We can easily connect to each other, and we support each other, and we learn from each other. Even if I'm older than him, there are things from him that I also learn, still learning. Kasi iba na rin yung panahon yung ngayon nila ID, iba na rin ang layo dun sa mga ginagawa namin rin before. So, it's a good partnership.
Are you good, Miss Annalyn? Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Annalyn Husay of Manila Bulletin. Now, magtatanong from Lionheart TV, we have Sir Richard Pagdikawa.
Hello, sir.
Hi, good afternoon, Miss Ninya. Actually, curious lang ako kasi siyempre ako, nakilala kita nung una via Star Patrol. Tama ba?
Yes.
Star Patrol. So, tanong ko lang, parang nakapasok ka sa ganitong klase ng mga programs doon sa pagsiservisyo sa public service. Ano ba yun? Parang, ano ba magandang term nun? Passion mo ba siya? Or talaga nagkataon na doon ka dinala ng career mo?
Hindi nagkataon lang. Kasi even when I was Star Patrol, if you notice, our stars, our celebrities, were very helpful. I mean, they're always there. Pag may nangyari sa kunan, sino makikita mo doon? Nandun si Piolo, nandun si Gerald Anderson. I mean, whether artista ka, o ikaw ay ibang empleyado, iba yung ginagawa mo, nasa DNA na namin yun public service. Yun ang nangunguna. Pati kahit sabihin mo entertainment yan, public service pa rin para sa amin yan. Dahil nakapagbibigay kami ng saya, yung kwento na yan, maaaring makapagbigay ng inspiration para sa ating kapwa. So I never treated entertainment as something sasabihin nila, entertainment lang yan. Hindi And these are the most influential people. I mean, if you see them out there and they're helping out, they're giving, di ba? Pag may baha, nandun yung mga artista namin, di ba? So, kahit sila ay nasa puso po nila ang public service. So, lahat po kami, basta lumaki ka sa ganitong environment ay hindi ko coincidence ba? Or talagang, well, we're very lucky na yun ang aming kinagisnan. Pero ako simula nung bata ako, yung nanay ko kasi ganon. At mahilig po siya na tumulong. Minsan nagpapaparty po siya. Lumaki po ako sa probinsya sa Ilocos. So minsan talagang nag-i-invite po kami ng mga kapitbahay lahat. At nagkakaroon kami ng mga salo-salo, pag Pasko, nagpapamigay, ganyan. Iniimbita, kaibigan ko rin sila. So parang pantay-pantay. Kumbaga, I was exposed and I lived with them and they were part of my life. So it was just a way of life.
Ito lang miss niya. At with your show, ano so far yung pinaka-hindi mo makakalimutan na parang request? And paano yung tinake yung request ng audience niyo?
Well, kaka-start lang po ng show namin din, ano? Wala pa ata kaming 1 month. Oo. So far, wala pa pong weird request na hindi namin magawa or naging kakaiba. So far, parang wala pa naman po. Dito sa show na to, as far as this show is concerned. But eventually, we want, kasi we just started, we want actually that exactly to open it up to that kind of parang that service din. Na kumbaga may pwedeng humingi ng tulong and then maibigay namin sa kanila agad or maibigay eventually yung kailangan po nilang solusyon dun sa kanilang problema.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sir Richard Paglikawan of Lionheart TV. Now I'm going to read a question from Marina Luz of Philippine Daily Inquirer. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to come also. Pero she sent her question. Ang tanong niya yan, as a broadcaster, you have championed many causes, gaya ng mga nabanggit niyo po kanina. What among them is the closest to your heart and why? And how do you plan to further promote this particular advocacy?
Well, one is health. I was a health reporter. Aside from being a star patroller, I was a health reporter, I was a labor reporter, I was an OFW reporter. So, parang dinaanan ko pati police reporter. But sa health, medyo tumagal ako dyan. Dinaanan ko yung mga problema, whether it's dengue, mga ganyan. At ngayon, di ba, iba't iba ng klase ng sakit na nakakahawa. So, para sa akin, number 1 yung health. Lalo na nung pandemic, yung nangyari po sa atin, siguro lahat tayo na-realize natin na lahat ito, balo wala. No? Balo wala ang pera, ang success, ang bahay at lupa mo. Kung mamamatay ka rin lang. Diba? Kung hindi ka healthy, kung hindi mo mapaprolong ang life mo para maibigay sa mga loved ones mo yung kailangan nila. So, yun po yung gusto rin namin ibigay sa aming audience. Paano nyo ba mapapanatili yung sarili ninyo in top shape? I mean, si Biggs my partner Biggs is very sporty and recently, medyo recently he started doing marathons. Kasi may anak na siya. So sabi niya, iniisip niya, ginagawa niya yun dahil he wants to be healthy. And I think all of us, yun kung hindi para sa sarili natin, kunyari, tatamarin ka. Kasi minsan, di ba, ang Pilipino, magpapacheck up lang yan pagka huli na ang lahat or pag may sintomas na nararamdaman. But here we want to tell our audience na hindi mo na kailangan hintayin yan. Ito yung mga sintomas, ito yung dapat mong gawin, ito yung pwede mong gawin para hindi ka magka-diabetes at mag-dialysis at you spend so much money, not just your own, but the government's as well. So we want really to focus also on preventive medicine. So we want you to take those diagnostic tests. I mean, it's not yung tulong na, bibigyan ka na namin ng, hindi lang naman po ito puro, I don't want to say the word, but yeah, dole out. Hindi lang po puro dole out. So, it's kaservisyo, hindi lang kami, kaservisyo namin kayo. Paano ba natin tutulungan yung ating sarili to be the best that we can be for ourselves and for our loved ones and for others? So, aside from health, another thing that is very close to my heart is women empowerment. Yun. Kasi ako po bilang babae, may 3 anak, nagtatrabaho, I try to juggle everything. Mahirap. Ang hirap po ng ginagawa ng mga kababaihan. Parang pasal natin ng dig minsan, ano. So, gusto namin ipakita na mga kababaihan ay kailangan rin ng tulong, kailangan ng suporta. Kung para sa mga lalaki, dehado pa rin po tayo eh. They still get, diba? They still get that job. They still, get to do what they want. They don't have to stay in the house and take care of the kids. Hindi katulad ng mga babae na nagtatrabaho na, nagtalaba pa, magluluto pa, isipan pa nila kung ano yung trabaho. So, minsan nawawalan sila ng bilib sa kanilang sarili. Pero gusto namin sabihin na, eto ituloy mo lang yan, you're a strong woman. And syempre, pag inaapi ka, pag alam mo na meron ng umaabuso sa'yo, dyan, may bouncy, di ba? Lalapit ka namin sa mga lawyer, pakita mo itong lawyer na ito, pwede mong gawin, ilaban mo yan, huwag kang magtiis. Hindi mo kailangan tiisin lahat ng mga pag-aabuso na, dinaranas mo. For example, ikaw rin, single parent, for example, ito naman to. I-demand mo yung dapat ibigay sa anak mo, di ba? Nung lalaking umiwan sa inyong mag-ina. So these are some of the things that we want to tell the women na, you're entitled to this and you're empowered. You're strong.
Ayan, thank you for that answer, Miss Nina. Another question from Jandrel Sidro of KBEX. I think she's with us here. Yeah. Let me know if, ayan. Ang question niya is, how can a tele-radio public service program like Nagsiservisyo Media Corpus adapt or adjust with the viewers that are primarily on social media or on digital?
Yes, we are on YouTube. So you can watch us on YouTube, and while maybe most of our audience are siguro mas matanda or mas mature, minsan yung mga guests rin po namin are people from, all walks of life, and we guest young people and old people. I mean, so we expose yung mga ginagawa rin ng ating mga kabataan. At baka pag nakita rin yan ng kanilang mga, di ba, mga kaedad, nakikita nila na ito yung ginagawa. This person is doing something great. So you can have, more respect, even if sabihin natin mas bata sila sa'yo. And that we can all, work together towards a common good. So hopefully we encourage younger people to watch our show also, so that they can get informed, they can think of what they really want to do in life, and maybe be inspired by the people that we guest on the show, and the fact that we're also online, we're on the internet. So I think that's one of the things. No, we're also on Instagram, I think, and also on Facebook. So I think sometimes on TikTok. So Teleradyo Servisyo has a Facebook page, has a YouTube page, and you see us on Instagram. We're also on Instagram, and I think Twitter, TikTok, yeah.
Alright. Okay, tanong ko lang, having said that, anong pakiramdam na you grew up in, actually basically, para most of your career in journalism were spent at ABS-CBN. Anong pakiramdam na yung radyo sa Estrella na call sign ay bumalik siya after what happened to ABS-CBN? Now it's, meron na siyang tahanan muli at nakabalik siya, and yung mga nag-work sa ABS-CBN News, nakasama niyo po ulit sa radyo sa Estrella.
Just thankful and grateful and humble siguro. Kasi kala kasi talaga natin may forever. Pero it makes you think na even if you have all the success in the world, for example, right now you feel like you're on top of the world, you have to have your feet on the ground pa rin. Because baka dumating yung panahon na ikaw naman yung nasa baba. At, di ba? At kailanganin mo ng tulong ng iba na dati mong tinutulungan. So, para po sa akin, it just comes full circle, siguro. We are so glad to be back somehow. And we hope to, bring it back to where it was. Or at least make the people feel that we're still here. Hindi po namin kayo iniwan. At hindi nyo rin po kami iniwan. So, yun lang po yun yung driving force rin po namin. Nandun po tayo para sa isa't isa. Towards a common goal. And our goal is really because it sounds so simple, but we love the Filipino. Don't you? You love the Philippines. You love, helping each other. And you love seeing yung kapwa mong Pilipino rise from, from below, like, Carlos Yulo is an example. Parang ang sarap yung feeling na may pagkakataon tayong, well, hindi mo maging Olympian. Pero lahat tayo in our own way can rise above our, problems, whatever it is. And that we're here for each other. So Teleradyo Servicio is here for you. And lahat po tayo, sama-sama sana sa pagbibigay po ng the same brand of public service and pagmamahal para po sa kapwa Pilipino.
Ayan, thank you. I forgot to mention the question derived from what Jason Laluna of Certified Kapamilya submitted. I think I have the last question from Kate Adahar of Random Republica. And hindi na rin siya nakahabol. But she said, how has being a star patroller contributed to your news career? And what do you miss most and not miss about showbiz coverages?
I miss showbiz, kayo naman. And I still read the showbiz part. And sometimes it's the first thing you read. I mean, aminin na natin, lahat kaya marites na uso, di ba? Alam mo, nakatuwa ako kasi, yun nga, sabi ko nga, na-expose po ako sa lahat eh. Celebrity, politiko, sabihin na natin homeless or nawala ng bahay. Parang lahat may kanya-kanyang roles to play in this world, in our lives. So for me, my stint in showbiz was very exciting. And I think it made me more relaxed siguro, more mindful of our celebrities, that they're also human. Especially now na masyado tayong exposed sa social media. Tao rin po sila. So sana yung respeto manatili pa rin. So yun lang, respeto para sa lahat.
Ayan, thank you so much, Ms. Nina. Thank you so much to our friends from the media for sending your questions and participating at our media conference this afternoon. Any parting words, Ms. Nina?
Haban. But I just want to say thank you so much for being here po, each one of you, for your time, for your presence, for your questions. Ako po, being here, I feel so blessed, and this second chance that we have to give this brand of public service is something that really is in my core. So talaga pong masaya po ako na nabigyan po kami ng pangalawang opportunity na maibigay po sa inyo itong klase ng serbisyo muli. Dahil, at kailangan po namin kayo. So sana po supportahan niyo po kami. Kayo po yung aming mga kaservisyo. Maraming salamat.
Palakpakan po natin muli si ating Miss Nina Corpus ng ating Nina Corpus na Radyo sa Istreta at Teleradyo Servicio. Ayan, tatakbo pa nga siya Miss Nina sa show na later. Yes, 4:30 up until 5:30. You can tune in to Radyo sa Istreta, 6:30 kHz AM. So, tumutok po tayo sa ating social media accounts ng Radyo sa Istreta, na sa Facebook, X, TikTok, and Instagram. Yan po tayo.